Why is the United States the most genetically diverse country in the Americas? 342 million inhabitants, and no single origin tells the whole story. But before we talk DNA, there's an important distinction to make. Self-identified population and actual genetics are not the same thing. In terms of how people identify themselves, around 58% of Americans consider themselves non-Hispanic white. 19% identify as Hispanic or Latino, 13% as Black or African American, and 7% as Asian. DNA tells a different story. Genetically, around 70% of the average ancestry across all Americans traces back to European origins, including the European component present in many African Americans and Latinos. About 12% is African, 7% Asian, and the remaining 11% is a mix of Native American, Latino admixture, and Middle Eastern roots. But these averages hide a much more fragmented reality. The South carries a far heavier African component. The Southwest blends European with Native American and Mestizo ancestry. Hawaii sits genetically closer to Polynesia and East Asia than to Europe. And then there's the Latino factor, the one reshaping everything. Latino Americans bring a layered mix of Spanish, indigenous, and Caribbean roots that doesn't fit neatly into any existing category. Depending on the state, American DNA can look radically different. Texas looks nothing like Massachusetts. Louisiana looks nothing like Montana. That's why we'll be dedicating separate videos to the states with the most fascinating genetic stories. Subscribe so you don't miss any of them.